grow your wealth, your income, and increase the amount of time off? Then these are the shortcuts that can help. Welcome to the Wealth Creation Podcast. And welcome everybody, it's Dan. So we're just testing a new 15-second intro. It's a bit tight, to be fair, so we're struggling a little bit. Anyway, welcome to the podcast. My name's Dan Latto. And in today's session, I want to talk about why no one's interested in your business and also what you can do about it. So let's just kick straight off. We're really short on time, so let's get through the content for you as fast as we can. And if you're listening to the podcast, by the way, on Spotify or Amazon or whatever it happens to be, iTunes, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. So no one's interested in your business. What are you going to do about it? So number one, straight off the bat, is you need to test more content. And testing more content will allow you to see what's going to work, what's not going to work. And when you know what's going to work, you can then actually start creating more of the same type of content. So you're going to get in front of more people, you're going to get more views, you're going to get more engagement, and people are going to buy from you, right? So that's kind of how it's supposed to work. But you have to test more content. So testing more content doesn't mean keep doing the same thing over and over again. It means doing different things just to see what's going to happen, just to see what's going to be different, and so on. So for example, I'll give you an example. Yesterday I was at the beach bar and there was a little bird and it was stealing the nuts from the table, and it was stealing the nuts, and so I managed to get like a really slow-mo version of the bird stealing the nuts, and we uploaded that and we got loads of views and so on. Now that's got nothing, of course, to do with business whatsoever, but it was interesting. And so if you look at one of the things that we have down below here, entertain your customers, that kind of comes under, because it was a really cool thing. It was in slow motion, and you could see its wings flapping, and actually we got some comments, we got some likes, and we got some engagement off that, so that's really good. But you need to test different types of content. So like, for example, is this type of content where I'm speaking face to camera, is that the best way of doing it? It's the best type of content when I'm driving to CrossFit on a morning and I've got 7 or 8 minutes on the GoPro and it's just me talking to the GoPro camera. Is that better? Is it just me talking to the microphone and just doing pure audio? Or is it doing interviews? Is that the better one? Is it, walking down a street and saying a sentence, landing on the beach saying a different sentence, jumping in a car saying a different sentence, and putting all that together? Is that the better way? Like, nobody knows, right? And it's different for you, and it's different for your industry, and it's different for your personality. So there's no right or wrong answer to any of these. It's just down to you to test what you think might work and might not. But the important thing here is that you should be educating your customers, because when you start educating your customers or your potential customers, what you're really doing is raising your level of expertise or perceived expertise. You might not even have any expertise, but it's about perceived expertise. So if you can talk about a particular subject with authority, then that authority will carry over into your live streams, into your videos, and into you being perceived as an expert in your field. And so educating your customers, so that could be anything from showing people how to use a service or a product, having a Q&A session, having a live workshop where people are sat at home on Zoom and you're doing a workshop for them, whatever that happens to be. Hints and tips, strategies on how to get the most out of a product, all of that kind of thing. That would work really, really well. But that comes down to educating your customers. And then the next one, of course, would be to entertain your customers. Now, one of the things I'm really opposed against is the dancing of TikTok style videos. Like, who does that? And you never ever point at things, and the pointing, and the words come up, and no, that's not what we want. We're not 10. I'm not 10. I assume you're not 10. That's not really what we want. We want to be able to demonstrate our expertise. But entertaining your customers really means about you being more you. So, for example, some people find me entertaining for all the wrong reasons, I imagine. And then other people find me entertaining for all the right reasons. And it's the right reasons, because you're funny, because you want to show off your personality. One of the best compliments I can get is when somebody meets me and they go, "Oh, you're just like you are on your podcast show or your YouTube channel, or like you are on stage." That's a wonderful thing for people to say to me, because we are who we are, and you should be who you are, and you should be more of who you are, not less. People try and tone it down in order to fit in. What's the saying? Why try and fit in when you were born to stand out? And you should be standing out more as much as possible. And then the kind of final section here is just about edutainment, which is both education and entertainment. There's a big thing right now because Canva launched their new AI stuff, and it all came with a little dance, and some people found it very cringy, myself included, and other people loved it, but it's like, for those who find it cringy, I didn't turn them on, right? So now you need to just create some education around what that is without all this rhyming dancing that they were doing. And for those people who loved that, they need to do more of that. And so now you're covering all angles. But the edutainment should be a combination of the education and the entertainment, because in order to get people to stay with you for your message, it needs to be a combination of both. All right, I hope that's useful for you. We'll catch up with you in the next one, nice and short there, because we're rushed on time. Have a wicked day. My name's Dan Latto. Take care. Hey, it's Dan here. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Please click like or subscribe to the entire podcast.